You are one dog looking up wanting a treat while a high school level agent prescribes an incantation away from the government's legal right to break in and break your property without repayment and without reviewability. Update 640 days later. FOIA incomplete, investigation incomplete, complaints unanswered, presumably agents breaking rules still employed. After 624 days, FOIA reveals 4 things. First, FOIA prepared a response and sat on it for 13 months, refusing to share public information. Never mind the 20-day requirement to respond, FOIA will let fulfilled requests sit for over a year. This strongly suggests that self-interest slows them down while they use backlog as an excuse. Second, FOIA finally reveals my car was flagged in their system immediately prior to the quote-unquote dog alert. They knew this for over a year and hid it from me as the likely cause of the dog alert. Third, FOIA claims all documents related to the agents are withheld because there is an ongoing investigation. Why does it take 20 months to investigate a false alert? Why did you hide that there was an investigation for 20 months? Fourth, FOIA claims they are still looking for the video footage, which may or may not exist. What? How can you detain approximately 15,000 cars in a month without video footage? Why did your FOIA response say Laredo was not operating video footage for May 2022? Why did Juan Galindo, Deputy Patrol Agent in charge, tell me the administrator reviewed the footage? Why do you not know whether it exists 20 months later? Let's go back in time, May 4th, 2022. Agents are looking for a different white car. Local sheriff's lieutenant chases me, harasses me, making me think he's a drunk driver. He calls suspicious vehicle on the radio and then claims to pull me over for crossing the line. Pretextual stop.
4702, 1038.
During the stop, I clearly and calmly explained to the agents I had come to the inspection minutes prior. They confirmed this on the radio. From this encounter, they put me on a federal suspicious vehicle wanted list. Whereas I am prudent in making strong accusations, I will say with 100% certainty and under any threat of perjury the agents lied in their report. They indicate that I completed a U-turn changing from the southbound lane to the northbound lane. I have Google timeline constantly recording, my phone pinged to the towers is easily subpoenaed, and I promise you they are lying. The Federal Suspicious Vehicle Wanted List is called TEEX. This document shows I've had 0 encounters prior to this. I've been to the inspection more than 45 times without any incident. So let's summarize the dog alert. No drugs have been near me or my vehicle. I have never exercised and entered my car. I do not carry cash. I've been to the inspection more than 45 times without incident. The first time I'm placed into TEEX, a dog magically alerts. May 10th, 2022. Morning, a TEEX record is created in my vehicle. That very same evening, a dog quote-unquote alerts. Again, I've been to the inspection 45 or more times. The first time I'm in their system, the agent can just claim a dog breathed differently while the agents yell, without reviewability, without supervision, with deference from their supervisors, from agents who are apparently colluding, exaggerating, lying, vilifying, making up rules, writing hearsay, creating a narrative, remembering basic facts, showing cocksureness that no one outside can question them or even review their statements. The equivalent of a search warrant from someone with high school level education requirements, my right to property voided by an agent claiming a dog breathed differently, the government's legal capacity to destroy my property without repayment. An abridged summary of mistakes is presented. Pause at your leisure. Dozens of things that never should happen happened. What will you do when a dog is said to alert to you? How would you disprove? Certain axioms of social contract permit Customs and Border Protection to perform warrantless searches after magic word incantations. I'd sooner show you the video of a non-alert, but Customs and Border Protection was negligent in not operating video. Therefore, I instead investigate the very axioms of trustworthiness, intelligence, and ethics of Customs and Border Protection only to find them lacking wholesale. It's my opinion that canine alerts become a form of revenge. Agents know they cannot and will not be questioned. It's not the dog informing the agent, but the agent informing the dog. Customs and Border Protection lacks infrastructure to detect and deter fabricated alerts. Hypothetically, what would a convicted case of a fabricated alert look like? The surest way to never find a fabricated alert is purposely dismantling the supervision needed to find them. This is also called negligence. It's embarrassing having to explain this, to teach 40-year-old men their 8th grade lessons to not copy homework, to explain to grown men how to write a statement without hearsay, assumptions, and ignorance, to direct a federal agency how to investigate, to hear a federal agency dodge responsibility, stall, gaslight, and manipulate itself, to be on a wanted list because someone lied in a report, to have no course to fix records other than proving Customs and Border Protection is wrong through and through. Please do not think I am against customer border protection or any law enforcement. I realize customer border protection does important work, but it's precisely when government takes steps to fervently fight a problem that rights and process of law are forgotten. You may say my insistences are less important than their work, but do not tell me my insistences are of no value. Rights given up during a time of need are rights gone forever. I curse the people who have suffered abuse without standing up, putting me in harm's way. That it would then be my evil to pass on the problem to the next victim. There's no pride. There's broken-hearted diligence as a civilian experiencing the pain of pointing out failures in a hero. America is built on belief in freedoms and rule of law. The very method of our law is sacred. She wears a blindfold because she is impartiality. She does not judge presumptively or collectively institutions or people as right or wrong, but judges individual actions. A governing body molests her when it fails to act indifferently, when it is self-serving, tribally bending favor to itself. I believe Customs Border Protection did not live up to this ideal. I saw false records, escalations, assumptions, negligence, apparent collusion, not following laws, unskilled searches. I saw legal tactics of withholding information, conspiracy to trick the federal government, attempt to operate in the shadows, skirting responsibility. I saw bullying, mockery, laughing, and false narration. I saw a federal agency that serves its own interests tribally instead of doing what's right or honorable, not doing the right thing unless there's a threat of penalty. It's unsustainable and not how America handles law. I accept your criticism if I have not sufficiently made my case, but please be neither so against policing that you believe me blindly, nor so for policing that you won't consider an agency can be wrong. I ask for honesty and fairness. I want the truth fairly sought and process of law fairly delivered. Braver people have sacrificed more than I to stand up to tyranny for your benefit, that you might travel freely, bank trustingly, worship without harassment, and be secure in your home and possessions. With great power comes great responsibility, Uncle Ben reminds us. As a travel technician, I repeatedly need to pass through these interior checkpoints. After Customs Border Protection withheld my fraudulent flagging for over 1.5 years, I wrote a complaint indicating that the agents lied and petitioned them to remove the TEEX record, indicating my phone pings unequivocally proved that they lied. They were professional enough to at least write this letter and delete the TEEX record so I could travel unmolested and not face fabricated alerts. Except they didn't. After 54 days, Customs Border Protection refuses to reply or fix the TEEX record. If you want the power to create and enforce records, then you must take the responsibility to fix lying records. Maybe you think Customs Border Protection ought to search any car on the TEEX wanted list, even if it means a small fib of a dog alert. Then, the meaning of TEEX should be clear to agents and more scruples, beyond hearsay, should be applied before condemning vehicles. You can say that the Fourth Amendment is antiquated or suspendable in times of need. You can say some collateral damage of false alerts is worth the effort. But I am here to provide an abundance of evidence. If the canine agent wishes the dog to alert, it will alert. Lying wasn't just them doing their jobs. Apparently, colluding wasn't just doing their jobs. Lying that need to be patient for replies that never came isn't just doing their jobs. Refusing their names isn't just doing their jobs. Showing arrogance that no one can question them isn't just doing their jobs. Losing video footage isn't just doing their jobs. Refusing to hear complaints isn't just doing their jobs. Ignoring me for 22 months isn't just doing their jobs. Customs Border Protection, you have an obligation to protect civilians from your agents. You didn't protect me. You don't get to say, well, no harm, no foul, let's walk away. Someone is lying and you are required to pursue that truthfully and not just serving what's best for you. Several protections you promised in policy all failed. Why share this video? Because truth always. At minimum, collusion is intolerable. Law reporting is evidence. One agent modifying another's, one agent reporting someone else's perspective, these are all tampering with evidence. This is public and fireable offense. I have no intent to hurt Customs Border Protection or prosecutors or national interests, but all governance needs restraint. Citizens need to see where they are not protected. Citizens need to see negligent processes. Citizens need to see the madness of administrative processes so they can not be tricked by their games. You can't base a whole system solely on agents being honest and then allow dishonesty to run rampant. It's easy to be disinterested when a false or fabricated alert affects others, but when it affects you, it's different. In the system, you can drink the Kool-Aid, but now, from an objective perspective, look at the lunacy of believing a teacher never had someone in his car for over 13 months, no drugs or sweat or money, passed through the inspection 45 times without incident, someone lied to put him on TEEX, and the very same day, a dog alerts. Wake up! I've shown lying, car flagged, alternative motive, negligence, dishonest agents, making up rules, apparent collusion, bypass of the law, non-protection of civilians, lack of investigation, 40 mistakes, nothing was found. If this isn't enough, nothing ever will